Good evening, everyone. Happy November. Happy last week of November. It is Sitsi, and I am back with you all today on YouTube. And I hope you all have had a wonderful month. And as you are tuning in, I would love to hear where you are joining in from today. This is an opportunity for us to check in today. This is also an opportunity for us to reflect on 2025. Can you believe it? The year is about to conclude 2025. We are ushering in the next, we'll say 5 weeks or so, more like 6 weeks, the new year. And if you are catching the replay, feel free to put as well in the comments where you are located and joining from. Our theme for today is going to be taking that time to reflect on the year end, and then also reflecting on what are some of those things, what are those goals that you may have had that you thought, you know what, I will just wait until January 1st and revisit that, and hopefully it gets better. January 1st, how many of you all have had that thought in the past or even this year? You set those goals in January and you said, yes, 2025 is my year. I am going to apply for that job finally and step into that role that I've been seeking. Or perhaps you were going to start your own company and you are an early professional seeking a new direction, and January went by, February went by, March went by, and fast forward, you find yourself in November and you're thinking, what's going on? Still in the same spot. Is that you? Or perhaps you find yourself daydreaming as an early professional thinking, you know what, I started my career, was so excited at the end of graduation. Perhaps you graduated in May, had your celebration. What a momentous occasion, graduating from college. And wherever you graduated from, and we're pumped, yes, I am ready for this. And then you transitioned and perhaps found yourself thinking, this is not what I expected this to be. This is not what they taught me to do in school. And so for today, as I check in today, it's giving you an opportunity to reflect, but then also we want to move forward, okay? We want to focus on moving forward, but we also want to reflect on what are those goals that you may have stashed away and thought, you know what, January 1st, we'll make that vision board. January 1st, we'll revisit those goals. Today can be your January 1st, and so it's not too late for a new beginning. Let me say that again. It's not too late for a new beginning. Today can be your January 1st. And when we think about then the new year, sometimes we think that the new year, the calendar year will bring that suddenly, that solution to what we've been longing for, hoping that January 1st will fix everything. Maybe not everything, but we'll get that clarity. Perhaps it'll help to bring that decision making that you may have been holding back on. And when you name that pattern, that new year that you hang on to, the new year thought of fresh starts, well, that is good. I want to really impress upon the fact that today can be your opportunity to revisit any of those goals that you may have stashed away and to reset. And the foundation for today is going to be on consistency. and talking about what is that next best step that you can take. See, I talk and I've mentioned before my own journey of being at the height of my career as a practicing professional and finding myself seeking a new direction. And fast forward, I met some mentors who helped me start my business. And what really is the way in which I moved forward towards the next best step was to take that leap. Every time I heard that intuition, you know what? Go ahead and sign up for this. Go ahead and show up for this. The next best step with consistency is what helped me to get here. And today I am seeking to continue to add value to early professionals, whether you are starting, advancing, or seeking to pivot and get that clarity. Maybe you are overwhelmed. Get that clarity, confidence to step into your new chapter. And as we talk about consistency and building that momentum, the first thing is to identify, what is it that you were hoping? What is it that you were hoping would change? What is it that you were hoping that would change? Take some time to think about hoping that would change within your career situation. Were you hoping that potentially you were going to step into that role as a leader, take on that managerial role, and finally, after all the training that you had received, really finally step into that? Were you hoping that you were going to start that company or that private practice at last and have your own clients after you'd been under a group work setting and thought, you know what, I want to start something of my own and build something that will be a part of what I can say is mine? Was that something you were hoping you were going to change, was to move from where you are to where you want to be, which is that new business owner title, but not just as a title, but so you could continue to add value? What is it that you were hoping would change? And then the next question is, what is it? What is that? What could it be that you were avoiding that could have potentially inhibited you from taking that next best step to lead you to where you wanted to be? It could be procrastination habit. It could be mindset. It could be a variety of things. What is that one thing that you may have been avoiding? It could have been picking up the phone call, been avoiding. That could have helped you to take that next best step to step into that new chapter. So now I'm going to take some time. As you write down those questions, I want to give you an opportunity to make a note of those questions and respond to them. Take some time. And if you're like, you know what, those are some really good questions. I really want to take some time to think about what I was avoiding. I want to take some time to think about that first question as well. I'm going to read an excerpt, small excerpt from my journal. And it's Mastering Career Transitions, Unveiling 6 Essential Strategies. And this is available on Amazon, and I released it last year. And it talks about the bedrock of success is consistency when it comes to maintaining and building momentum ultimately, which is what we're going to be talking about today. Consistency is the bedrock of success. Let me share a personal anecdote. In 2021, my life took an unexpected turn. While at the height of my career as a dental professional, outwardly to the world I was thriving, but internally I was struggling and bound by my own limiting beliefs. I sought other avenues of support, including mentoring, coaching, and networking support. And in doing so, I eventually joined the Black Entrepreneurs Institute Bootcamp, which is now known as the Business Excellence and Impact Group. Later that fall, I met my remarkable mentors, Cedric LaFleur, Dr. Nicole Rankin, Angela Hooper Manyfield. Their mentorship opened my eyes to new possibilities, leading me to a new discovered purpose. Thus, Higher Mountaintops was born, a decision that forever altered the trajectory of my life. Today, drawing on years of experience in dentistry and leadership, I proudly serve as Chief Executive of Higher Mountaintops. Our mission is to empower early professionals, women, to navigate their chapters with clarity and confidence. And I talk a little bit more. We'll give you just a little bit, not the full tea of the chapter, but I go on to talk about consistency and the importance of developing that consistency. And as we think about now consistency, I thought, over some time about really building on this and looking at some of the feedback for those who had read the journal and said, wow, I'm not, even an early professional. This really resonated with me. Or those who were potentially, reading it and say, you know what, this helped me along my journey to encourage me. And I thought, as I thought about seasons in the year, and I thought about as well this idea of January 1st and then shifting into the remainder of the year. I know I've heard the saying, finishing strong. And I also felt that there was also space for me to create for those who may have thought, you know what, there were many goals that I had. I don't really have much to really finish strong with. I'm feeling disappointed. Is this you? I'm feeling frustrated. I am at a crossroads still. And I created this exclusive guide to accompany the journal. And this guide will be released this Black Friday, specifically. And I delve more into something tailored for the end of the year to help you not only reset if you're looking at some goals that you may have had, but also to build momentum. And building momentum begins with taking some action and making those micro decisions and taking the next best step. So you're thinking building momentum. We only got, a couple of weeks left. Maybe that's your thought. How am I going to build momentum? Momentum is built brick by brick with consistency. And so this is Mastering Career Transitions, Building Momentum for the New Year. I'm going to read an exclusive excerpt from the guide that accompanies the journal. Consistency is the foundation of sustainable progress. It's not about achieving perfection, but showing up regularly with intention. As you prepare for 2026, I adjusted that, the new year. Think about how those small, steady actions, those micro decisions, those action steps can create significant momentum in your personal life and your career, which is what we're focusing on today. And there's a couple of questions that we talk about, but it's going to mention some questions, some reflection exercises, opportunities for you to delve into areas in your career where you may desire to experience that momentum. Maybe you're thinking January 1st, I'm going to take that step. It is November 24th. There's still plenty of time. Today can be your January 1st. And so my third and final question for you is, what consistent action, let me give you one. What consistent action can you commit to building weekly to progress in the area that are currently struggling to be consistent with? What is that consistent action you can commit to weekly to build progress in the area that you're struggling in, to build that momentum, to reset within your career? Give you an opportunity to respond. And as you reflect on that, no matter when you write that down, I also want to add that, making that trackable, making that written down, writing that down and tracking. It could be a checklist, so putting that on your calendar. Today is November 24th. We have this week, we have the next week, and I'm counting and I'm looking and I say we have some weeks left to 2025. What is that consistent action you can take today to progress you forward? Maybe there was something with your resume that you were working on and you said, you know what, I'm going to brush that up. I'm going to work on that. Maybe it was job opportunities and you stopped applying. You were looking for a different position to step into your greatness by stepping in to become the leader that you desire to be. And you thought, you know what, I'll just wait until January 1st. Today can be your January 1st. And so the last thing I will say is consistency is the foundation of sustainable success. But also I will add to that, consistency over time compounds is what will build momentum. Let's step into the remainder of November with the intention of being consistent, with the intention of, yes, reflecting on what you may have put to the side, but then to move forward and take action. This Friday, I will be releasing the bundle. It is the Career Momentum Bundle. It will be Mastering Career Transitions, Unveiling 6 Essential Strategies, will be released again along with this Mastering Career Transitions, Building Momentum for 2026, Building Momentum for the new year. Coming this Friday, be on the lookout for that. You will see that on my social media. Follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram, and I will enclose that in the link below here. They should be enclosed. My social media handles, and I will enclose those as well. And also be on the lookout, like I said, this Friday, the Career Momentum Bundle to help you not only take those action steps that you had put to the side, or maybe you may be feeling disappointed at this time, but to help you jumpstart before January 1st. I wanted to check in today, November 24th. I want to wish you all a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you're tuning in. If you're tuning in from the US or abroad, happy Monday or happy Tuesday. And I will be back with you all next month to check in. And like I said, be on the lookout this Friday for the Career Momentum Bundle as the year ends. And know that, as I usually say, I am rooting for your rise. And let's take action and let's begin to build that momentum. Today can be your January 1st. Have a great rest of your day and take care. See you again soon. Bye.